hello. Hi, guys. I know it is late at night. You're like, what is the conscious coach doing on so late? So I'm just on late because I want you to see this first thing in the morning. So, hello, everybody. Hi. Happy past Sunday to you because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But I kind of want to let you know what I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday. So Tuesday will be the next Conscious Hour show. Not going to do it tomorrow. I don't feel like I have everything ready to say exactly what I want to say as a conscious coach. And I'm not here to just talk about people or talk about things. I'm here to inject a level of consciousness into your mental. So I operate a little differently. So, at any rate, let me go over with you guys what I plan on going over with you guys on Tuesday for our show during the Conscious Hour. Um, so let me get into that right quick and go over that with you guys. Give me just a second. Let's see. So starting off, we're definitely going to be talking about the Black Panther because yeah, we're all in that space where we're all just sad, right? Because I mean, the Black Panther was like that movie that was more than a movie because it spoke to us on so many levels. Like when I went and saw the movie, I wanted to just go and see it again right after I saw it. Like I just wanted to sit there at the theater and watch it 2 or 3 times. Another great thing about when I went to go see the movie, we went to the only black owned theater here in St. Louis, located Page, on the page like going towards the city. I think it's Studio 501 or 801 or something like that. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll have it for the show. And so the thing about it is, we went to go see the Black Panther. And when we went to go see the Black Panther, um, starring Chadwick Boseman, who you can, I always do that wrong. Chadwick Boseman, who you can see here. um, and my condolences and prayers to his family and all of that. But when we went to go see the movie, it was very how can I say this? It was like we were kind of just embracing the moment. Another phenomenal thing about it was the black theater we went to was in a black community that had bought the community. So there's an area in St. Louis that is all black, owned by blacks. Every store right down by the theater, and I have the location on Tuesday, but the whole area, the grocery store, the banks, whatever's in that area right there, the houses and all, is all owned by black people. So it made going to the movie that much. I mean, it felt good. You know what I mean? It just felt good. It felt right. It felt like a lot of people are saying, like, we get to see our heroes. And for a lot of people, that's exactly what he was. And more dynamic than that is the fact that he was that on and off TV. So this wasn't just a character he played, this was his character. You understand? This is who this man was. And I think that part kind of makes it that much more real, so to speak, if that's the right word I want to use. I think that part makes it hurt a little more. But at the same time, I have to admit, and I know his death just happened, I have to admit that it's a part of his life, a part of this I'm happy about. Not anything concerning his death, but his life. I'm so glad he lived his life. I mean, and I know just like me, like anybody, you want to live a long life. You want to have children. You want to see your grandchildren. You want to grow old. You want all these memories, and you want to die old and old and old. You know, where you lived out your years. But that didn't happen for him. But I'm happy he lived his life the way he did. I'm happy he was the star of the Panthers. I know happy is not the word I want to use right now. It's almost like there's some glory in his story, some kind of way. And to know that this man was going to work as a cancer patient just baffles me. And, I do this little show. I'm starting my show. I've started my show and I push through every day. Really, I do. Like, I have a health condition, and sometimes I ask you guys to pray for me and stuff like that. To be honest, I've been going through this for about the last 5 years, I want to say, since 2016, 17. Um, so the last 3 years, God, it seems like it's been longer than that. Since 16, so that's 4 years. But let me tell you something. I'm not one of them people. Everybody's different, and I totally respect him because everybody, you do you. Um, but even with everything that I've been going through health wise, I have to get up and push through, and sometimes I can't because I'm so weak and I'm so out of breath and stuff like that that I can't. You know, I don't know if I can't. It's hard, but I still push through. Trust me, I still push through with everything that I do. God, the show is Tuesday. This is not the show. So we're gonna talk about Chadwick Boseman, the star of the Black Panther movie. Definitely going to be talking about him, his role, who he was. I mean, tonight they did a tribute on ABC and it was wow. I mean, this guy he just was phenomenal. So we'll be talking more about not the Black Panther, but Chadwick Boseman, who he was, what he stood for, his character, his personality, his impression upon the children. I mean, wow, what a life. What an impression, what an influence, right? Like this guy, hearts are just breaking. And then, we see this and the next clip that you see, and we're gonna talk about this too. We're gonna talk about how do we become the heroes in our home and not be toxic. So these next couple of images you're going to see are some well-known rappers. I think one of them is Blueface, and one of them is King Von from Chicago. I don't know where Blueface is from, but in both videos that I saw on Instagram, and I went to King Von's Instagram because they said something good about him, and I was going to talk about that too, where he banned some girls doing the WAP or the WAP, and apparently it's a Chicago thing, a certain kind of dance. Some people thought he was banned them from watching or playing the song WAP with Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, but a lot of people in Chicago are saying he stopped them from doing some dance. I don't know what that dance is. I'm gonna look it up. So I went to his page because of that. I'm like, wow, this is cool. Like this young rapper, is telling these young girls, no, we're not about to do that. And I was like, that's cool, that's courageous, that's what you should be doing. So I went to his page to find that out. Little did I know that I would also find a video of him, I guess, being very toxic towards a very young child. Child sounds to be like 3, 4, maybe. I don't think it was 5. Could have been 5, but very young child, and he's being very toxic with that child. Very strong language, very project language. I'm from the hood, so I know. Very ghetto, very just toxic. And so Blueface was you see him there with the mannequin. He takes the mannequin. He's like telling his son, I guess, nephew, whoever, to eat some breakfast food. And the kid is like, no. And he's like, oh, you don't want to eat it? And the kid is like, no. So what he does is he takes the mannequin and pretends like he's feeding the mannequin food, and very aggressively he stands up, and then he not acts like he's feeding the mannequin food. He's like, "Oh, you don't want to eat the food?" And he smacks the mannequin down on the floor. The caption reads, "He ate it all." Um, yeah. For those who don't know me, I'm Kathleen Harry, your conscious coach, chosen. I'm an educator, author, speaker, and writer. This is what we'll be talking about on the show on Tuesday, which lasts about an hour. So bring your snacks. So getting back to the video, to the clip, so he knocks this mannequin down, and the caption he then posts is that he ate it. This is a video, so this is like pictures from the video, like I captured images, during the video. Very disturbing. And then, like I said, the other rapper, he is cursing his kid out, talking about you're gonna learn your ABCs. And even one person in the comment is like, bro, that's toxic. Like, you cannot be talking to your kid like that. That's him there. So it's just like, what do we want? Right? Do we really want the Wakanda forever? Or I mean, we gotta do better. It's gotta be some lessons in this. Because we just can't in our minds want Wakanda and we treating our kids any kind of way and talking to them and raising them any kind of way. It's not going to happen like that. It's just not. And so we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about that. I ain't gonna get into it tonight. We'll talk about that. But and so next we'll be talking about on the show Jacob Blake. We'll be talking about Jacob Blake, the unfortunate shooting that he suffered. 7 shots to the back by the officer. And his father spoke. They've had the rallies and all of that. His mother spoke too. Now, guys, I hope I'm not too soon on this, but I want to say something if I can right here. This is just me. This is Kathleen. Look, you got your religion and all. You got Jesus and all. Look, I'm an evangelist, right? I can operate in the prophetic realm. I'm an evangelist, a woman of God, minister, whatever titles God has given me. Don't you give me none. Um, I have very strong faith. I might be different than a lot of people. And I think I'm like many other people, and I can be different than other people. What I don't like about us, and I read a few articles and studies which show that Black people are the most religious people on the planet. Like, we go in, we own God on everything. Like, we look. Jesus will work it out. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Yes, he will. What's the other thing they be saying? Anyway, we are super, super religious. I just hate to hear when our children who God gave us, right? I hate to hear us be so quick to forgive. And I know some of y'all like, nah, Kathy, nah, nope. I ain't with that. I'm telling y'all, it's something about slavery and the residual effects of slavery that we yet don't understand. It's something about abuse and death that Black people actually love. I know it sounds strange. But Black people are more We love death. We celebrate death. We expect death, abuse. We don't even, some of us don't really have a fight in it. You know what I'm saying? Whew, it's tough for me to talk about because I know y'all don't want to even go there, but they eat it up. I'm telling you, they eat that type of stuff up. They eat it up. And one person said to me, "Do you think?" I mean, LeBron James got upset about it. They stopped all NBA games. Major League Baseball stopped their games. The WNBA stopped their games. Everybody just tired of this police brutality. And then the church, who is least active, the church who could be more active, is less active now than they were when racism was church was when KKK was burning down churches and stuff like that. The church is now less active than back in the day when they used to burn down churches and stuff. It's We'll talk about that on Tuesday. So, and then of course you have this image where the dude is walking by with a gun, but they've shot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times. This is America. It's sad. I mean, yeah, it's like they pulled out the red carpet for the dude. There he goes, 17 years old, cross state lines. And then the mayor had the nerve to say he was resolving conflict. Let me get this right, because he loves America so much. You love America so much, you can't even follow American policy that says you can't even own a gun if you're less than 18 years old, that you don't even have any business with that weapon, that you cannot cross state lines with that type of weaponry. So you don't love America enough to obey and appreciate the laws of the land, but you love America enough to go shoot two innocent people. We'll talk about that Tuesday too. If you have questions or comments, please be with me on the show on Tuesday. I'm not going to do the show tomorrow because I got things I have to do. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are the normal days that I end up doing my show. Other than that, I say turn on your notifications, because they always on. Whenever I do a show, it's on my Facebook page. It's on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this with a friend. Like it. Comment on it. But and I do have some solutions. So if you go to my WordPress page, I have some solutions posted in terms of police engagement. We're just not going to talk about it. I have solutions. I believe I have solutions. So I'll be putting those out there too. All right, I'm not going to keep you guys. It's late. I'll let you get some sleep, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. This is Kathleen, your conscious coach, and I will be back with you Tuesday for the conscious hour. And my show is normally like an hour, a whole hour. But you'll learn, you'll be elevated, you'll be more consciously aware, and that is my goal. That's my goal. I'm not here to entertain you, because entertainment is everywhere. We're more entertained than educated, and that's a problem. And so my role that I'm chosen to fulfill is to educate. Now, it may not be on the level that you think it should be, but just keep watching, and I believe you'll grow to appreciate it. Again, I believe it's our time. It's definitely our time to be breaking away from the curse. And so that's the journey that I'm on. I hope you'll take this journey with me. I will see you guys Tuesday, where we have the coming up show for on Tuesday for the Conscious Hour, where we'll talk about Chadwick Boseman, understanding more about his character on and off the screen. And then we'll talk about the other things as well. See you guys then. Have a great night. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Bye. Oh, make sure you tag and tell a friend to join you.